My name is Arun Kumar and I am the driver. I'm building Driven Autocare to be a $1 billion auto repair business, and I'm taking you along for the ride with Driven Diary. So if you want to see behind the scenes of taking a business from zero all the way to a 10-figure valuation, please hit subscribe below and let's get to the episode. Monday morning, and it looks like I got an Atlas Cross, which is an interesting vehicle. Unfortunate, but I gotta fix that today. Drove the Mercy because it's been too long since I've driven the Mercy. I love that I own this and that I can park them next to each other like this and be happy about both. Here in Castro Valley. Kind of a weird unlocking procedure for this shop. You gotta go in here, all the way back in here to get the keys. Shouldn't tell our secrets, but you get it. I mean, basically, we hide the keys back in here. What is this? An Escape? Or I guess we're fixing an Escape also. People love these things. People fix them. It's great. I've owned 3. I still feel sick. Still not. Oh man, how do you get this out? Oh. Got that up. More locks to unlock here. You got a lot of, oh, I'm sure this is the one. Oh, I need 2 hands for all this stuff. Okay, anyways, let me finish opening up, then I'll catch up with you guys. Like I was saying, I still feel a bit sick. I had a really rough weekend of being sick and behind, and basically spent 3 hours yesterday doing parts accounting to learn that our vendors may not be billing us enough or something along those lines, but really good week in the Fremont shop financially, so I'm happy about that. That means another week of survival. And then today I'm responsible for Castro Valley and Fremont, so that'll be interesting. Be sitting here with a laptop and this computer. But yeah, that's about all I got going on. Finally kind of feel over the hump of personal things, travel, letting go of Fernando, getting back acquainted with running shops, getting sick again. Just all done, finally all done. So that's what I got for now. Hell yeah. Exciting. Hey Arun, why are your hands so dirty while you're sitting in your Lamborghini in front of this gate at the Castro Valley shop? Well, it's because I just had to climb that fence to get out because I forgot how the lockup procedure in this shop works and the order in which you have to lock up all the different gates to then leave successfully, and I left myself with either having to go in, disarm the alarm, get the keys, unlock a gate, lock this gate, lock another gate again, go back inside, arm the alarm again, lock the front door again, then come back around to the car. Or I could just climb the fence. So I climbed the fence. Got down onto that dumpster and then back in my car. So it's the end of Monday. Good day. Still love being a service advisor. Took in 20 grand. We had a pretty good day across all shops. Fremont was not so busy because I was also in charge of writing estimates and selling in Fremont. It took till about noon before I started doing any of it. Too late. Because in the morning here, man, everything went wrong. We took 45 minutes on a set of wiper blades. Don't do it. Don't do it with an XC90. That's all I'll tell you. Got everything sorted out here, closed out jobs, happy customers. Plenty of carryover work, plenty of appointments for Dave, so this shop's gonna be busy for the whole week, which I'm very happy about. I get back to Fremont tomorrow, there's plenty of carryover work there as well. That's about all I'm gonna report for now. I'm going to Fremont to shoot videos with Hamilton before car week because he is gone for most of the week and we need to get some YouTube videos made. Second shift. Not feeling up to it, but it's what I gotta do. I've been dizzy and nauseated and fatigued all day, but it's what you gotta do, is what it takes. That's about the 4th priority in my life at this particular moment, and love what I do. That's all for now. Wednesday morning. I apologize, I forgot to record yesterday. I was on 10 hours of sleep in 2 days, and it showed kind of throughout the day. And then I just got to sleep from 8 till 5:45 this morning, so doing much better today. We have some parts here, and this will be the last time we do this. This guy made his appointment quite a long time ago, and I didn't catch the situation, and I'm just gonna do it. But then we're done. Basically, I learned from our insurance that we cannot assume insurance coverage at all when customers supply their own parts. So if we do any work and customers supply their own parts, our insurance won't cover us if anything happens. So I'm aware of that going into this one. This is a friend kind of mine, and I'm just gonna do it because it's not parts that are likely to create insurance exposure. So they did come with a glove, 2 gloves. tiny gloves, but they're fun. Yesterday, another good day for the shops. Fremont, with me running it, is on track for $111,000 in sales, which will make about $35,000 in profit. Better than the $16,000 loss they had last month. Yeah, finally back to feeling myself again and back to work. That's all for now. Thursday afternoon, and it's been kind of a lazy day here, but a lot of sales pitches and people walking in and weird phone conversations. I'm down to 1 tech today because we sent Jeremiah over to Castro Valley where they have way more work. And I'm plugging along with Nathan, closing out everything that was carryover from yesterday and getting a bunch of new stuff done. And we are about 2.5 hours from the end of the day, and we've got pretty much 1.5 cars left to finish. So it's going to be a chill end of the day today. I'm happy. It'll be nice and smooth, coasting into the end of the week. We had 2 very interesting, different sales pitches happen today. I had one where there was a guy right there, and he yelled into the office, "Hey!" And I looked out over at him, and I was like, "I got a customer here," and he was like, "Oh, don't worry, take your time. My name's Andrew." It's like, okay. So he's standing in my shop while I talk to a customer, and then he proceeds to continue to stand in my shop and wait while I talk to the customer. And the customer finally leaves. Meanwhile, he is talking to Nathan, my technician, who's supposed to be working on cars. And this dude's just over there chatting him up, distracting him. And he shouldn't be in the shop. So I walked out to him, and I was basically like, okay, I'm going to let him say his piece, and then I will, basically tell him to not be walking in my shop and interrupting me. But he starts his pitch with, "Do you want more customers?" And it's like, bruh, like, dumbest sales pitch I've ever heard. So I kicked him out quite aggressively and gave him some constructive criticism. Then separately, I had a guy walk in the front door, super nice guy, and yeah, it was a sales pitch. He's nervous, young guy, but he's pitching a GPS tracker called Juxta. There you go. And 3 months, 4 months battery, and several different means of GPS tracking. The GPS, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, durable, and it's $10 plus $5 a month, or $4 a month. So I bought 10 of them for our loaner cars. So we will have better tracking than air tags in our loaner cars now. And they're a brand new company, so they're actually getting their first shipment of product next month. And I was happy to support him and run my card for $500. So funny how that works. The other shops are also closing out a ton of big work today. We're going to make up for yesterday, which was a really bad day for everybody. Everybody couldn't fix a car to save their lives or close out any real jobs or make any sales, and it's just a rough one. But here in Fremont, we'll probably get a little over 20 grand sold and closed and out of here today, but well, maybe not quite. Let's see where we're at so far this week. Yeah, we're at 17 and a half, so it's gonna be close with 20 here, because I've got a, what is this one, 27, oh, this one's 2,700, I guess, so that's good. Yeah, so I guess we'll get over 20. I also bought a 2000 Toyota Echo. If the customer ever shows up, but we bought it off a customer, $1,000, running and driving car that needs very little. Airbag light is on, and he was like, I don't want to pay to diagnose it. You can have it, $1,000. So I was like, yeah, sure. I'll hopefully be able to sell it, or running and driving gas saving car for $2,000 in like a day. So double my money and get out of it and call it a day. So that's a fun one. Anyway, back to work. That's all for now. Okay, this is the Echo I just bought, and mistakes were made because, as you can see, that's my backpack, because we just ended the day here, Thursday evening, and my parents want to borrow this for the weekend. They're in town. So I get to drive a 2000 Toyota Echo with every body panel dented and missing hubcaps. I get to drive it home for the weekend, or at least today. Made this be the only drive I do with it. I wanted to take pictures of it and list it on Marketplace and double my money today, but it's got half a tank of gas, so this is like a free rental car for my family, my parents, for the weekend. So got some nice little retro 2000 seats. The guy I bought it from, he had owned it for 10 years and his brother had owned it for 10 years before that. So this is a cool car, kind of one family owned. Gonna be a humbling drive home. That's all for now. Okay, here we go. Getting on the freeway. Full throttle. Oh, no, that's all I'm gonna be able to manage. All right, it's kind of dirty in here. I'm having fun. I'm having fun with my manual mirrors. I gotta adjust that. I'm struggling to merge. All right, bye. Friday morning, I got 10 hours of sleep last night, which felt wonderful, and I want to show you guys this. Total bank deposits for yesterday, $38,000. We've only hit that kind of number a couple times. It feels really good when we do. Yesterday was terrible, so it also made up for yesterday, and it meant that over the week, we did 70,000 in deposits, and we need 67. So we hit that. For the month, we are on track. I had that number pulled up a second ago. We are on track for 315,000 in net cash, and we need 270. That feels really, really good. That feels like, okay, I can breathe a little bit. It was a hard fought day yesterday, but we got it all done, and we're very short on techs. I am bringing in a temporary tech who used to work for us. He's very expensive. That's why we let him go before, but he's good. And so we're bringing him in, and he's gonna help sweep up some work in Campbell next week. And then the following week, he will be in San Jose covering, where we will have no tech without him there. So that'll be good. I think I mentioned it briefly this week. I accidentally bought another Yukon Denali because I put in the minimum bid on a Carvana auction for a Yukon Denali with 140,000 miles on it, and I got it for $2,800. And like, I think it's worth like 10 grand in really good condition. It would need another paint job. It's on some terrible wheels, but it's one owner, no mechanical faults noted. Apparently it doesn't smell bad. But the title was shipped out to me today, and I believe it was picked up on a transporter yesterday from SoCal, and it's going to get here in 4 days. Mannheim is weird because you just pay like a really, really low rate actually for a transport, and then you don't really get any updates, and it just says, yeah, it's going to get picked up somewhere around August 13th, and you'll get it somewhere around August 18th, and it's like, all right, whatever, I guess. But I got pictures of it, so. And then yesterday I bought that Echo. That was a fun drive home, and my mom actually is really enjoying that car now, so that's good. But yeah, business is good. I'm really, really focused on the nitty-gritty little stuff right now. And, I'm in the trenches with the managers, and I am recruiting. I interviewed a guy yesterday who he seemed like a good fit, but he also, had to reschedule twice, and it sounds like he's gone through 3 different cars in the last couple months because he got hit by a DUI driver, and then he broke down, and his life seems a little chaotic. So I don't know about that one. And then I interviewed another guy on the phone yesterday afternoon. He seemed like very no nonsense and like good. and he's looking basically for like the next step up. He's currently a fleet service advisor at a Ford dealership, and he's been in sales and management for a while, and so this might be a good fit for him. We'll see. But I'm meeting him this evening. Today is being Friday. I got to do a lap. I need to transport an AC machine to another shop. I got to get specialty tools to another shop. I got to collect a bunch of cash payments that we got. So I'm moving today, but I slept in a ton, and it's good to get kind of caught up on everything. I know I'm way behind the 8 ball on a lot of like managerial tasks, but just trying to balance everything going on in life. You know how it goes. Well, that's all for now. Saturday morning, and this will be the last clip of this week. It's been a good couple of weeks. It's been a really good last, month or so. I think it was July 14th I left for Minnesota, and driven Autocare looked different. We had recently figured out that we were, $20,000, $30,000 a month short plus on our cash needs as a business. Things weren't looking that good. And a month later, one shop owner training trip in Minneapolis, one family vacation to Alaska, then coming back, moving, getting sick twice, firing a manager and having to run his shop, having another manager take a day off, having to run 2 shops in one day. This shit is not easy, but results are real. I've been thinking, and I made a list this morning because yesterday I was supposed to have an in-person interview with a new manager, and he no-showed for the interview. And 2 minutes before his scheduled interview time, I got a text from one of my current managers saying, "Are you still looking for a Fremont shop manager?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "I'm going to send you the resume of my good friend who just left his current shop. I've been telling him about this job and he's interested." Talked to him on the phone for 40 minutes yesterday. I'm meeting with him in person today. It's looking good. Things like this happen just the way they're supposed to. And so this morning I made a list of all the things that I am behind on doing. Things that are going to move the needle forward as being the area manager of Driven Autocare and as being the CEO, things that need to happen. So I'm excited to get back to that list after, I'm on track with the Fremont shop for about 110,000 a month run rate in sales, which will net out about 25, 35,000, depending on some factors. That feels really good. And I'm not leading the pack by that much. Campbell, San Ramon, doing really good with 2 techs. And then the biggest success story really is Castro Valley and San Jose, each with 1 tech who are doing extremely well. So that's really exciting. The shops that really cost us a lot of money earlier this year, that really put us in the financial hole we found ourselves in, we're getting out of it. We're really doing it. Yeah, I'm very grateful to everybody who's alongside me in the journey. That's all I got for this week's Driven Diary. So thank you very much for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like, get subscribed if you're not. Until next week, I hope you can go out and continue to build your own automotive dreams and stay driven.